Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a tier list on every single Fortnite season out of what I played. So I already put the seasons I didn't play in didn't play section because I can't rank seasons I didn't play. And I'm also not gonna rank it based off of the OG season because it's not fully accurate because there were some things left out in those seasons they didn't that were in those seasons that they didn't put in the OG thing. So I'm not going to be basing it off of that. So starting off with season 9, I can't give too much of an opinion on it because I didn't play it much. But from what I remember, I'm going to say it's a B tier because Neo Tilted was cool and the little slipstreams. I also remember the how OP the combat shotgun used to be, like before they nerfed it in like chapter 2. Like the pre-chapter 2 combat shotgun was broken, although I didn't really get to use it much because I absolutely sucked at the game. I didn't even really know what I was doing at the time. I'm gonna rank it B tier. Now season 10, I don't know whether to put it in didn't play or to actually give a ranking because I had my Fortnite account in season 10, but I only played like 1 or 2 games of it, so I can't really give a ranking on that because I know I played like a few games of season 9, but I only played like 1 or 2 games for season 10, so I can't really remember it that well. All I remember were the mechs, and that's basically it. So I'm just honestly, I might just put it in didn't play because of how little I played. I can't give a ranking. Chapter 2 Season 1, I'm going to put in B tier because of the Winterfest being really good. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably put it in C because it was a pretty bad season. It wasn't absolutely horrible, so it couldn't go in B tier, but I'd say it's actually like a B tier because of Winterfest. It kind of carried it. You know, I'm actually gonna make a new tier and it's just gonna be F tier. Alright, so there, I've made a F tier. So the absolute worst can be in F tier rather than putting it in D tier. So now we have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier. Alright, chapter 2 season 2, I'm gonna put an S tier, of course. It had like a really good battle pass, and I honestly would say this season was one of the most memorable ones. 'Cause it was during like lockdown, so everybody was on basically all day playing Fortnite, so I was able to play with friends at the time. I was able to play with them a lot during this season here. So they released like a great season at a time where like everyone needed a really good season. So by default, that's going to be S tier. And then chapter 2 season 3, I'm honestly going to put in C tier because of how annoying the building was and how annoying fighting was in the flooded map. So I'm honestly just going to put it in like C tier. And I just didn't have fun in this season, so I'm going to rank it lower. Chapter 2 season 4, I'm going to put in S tier. I'd say this is my favorite season of chapter 2. Because I actually did like the battle pass, even though it was a fully collab battle pass. I still think it's one of the best ones we've had. Not the best one, but one of the best ones we've ever had. And this was just such a fun season. The Stark Industries POI was really, really good. The map this season was just perfect. The loot pool was good, and there was even like a game mode this season with Marvel Mythics, and there was also that game mode, the gun game, where after every kill you would switch to a new gun. That was a really good game mode as well. I'm just gonna put this in S tier. Chapter 2 Season 5, I honestly, I loved it, like at the time. At the time I would have easily put this S tier, because this was just the time I was having a lot of fun in Fortnite. But now that I think about it, and like now that newer seasons have released, that are like way better than it, I'm just gonna put it in A tier instead because of there's a lot more newer seasons that have happened since then to where I'm not gonna put too much things in the S tier. Don't want the S tier to have like 100,000 stuff in there. So I'm gonna put some in A instead, like high A tier. This is gonna be when I put in high A tier. Chapter 2 Season 6, I honestly struggled to hit tier 100 this season because of how little I played it, because of how much I disliked it. So by default, it's gonna be F tier. Chapter 2 Season 7 is also gonna be one that I'm putting in S tier. I would honestly put it in between A or S tier, but I'm gonna say it's S tier, not just A tier, because it's way better than this one down here. So S tier. Also, with Chapter 2 Season 7 was this season that Party Royale truly started to blow up. Because in Seasons 5 and 6, the Rare Emotes era was becoming a thing, but it truly, like, reached a whole new level in Season 7. That's when all the YouTubers started to blow up. That's even when I started considering making a Party Royale channel. And then in the next season, Chapter 2 Season 8, I actually did start making videos on this YouTube channel. And Chapter 2 Season 8, I'm honestly gonna put it in D tier. I was level 296, but I bought, like, a lot of tiers in the beginning of this season. So, it kinda doesn't count. So, I think I even bought all 100. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I bought all 100, like, at the beginning of the season. So, it technically doesn't count, because I bought, like, 100 tiers at the start. But, I was a very high level in this. This season had the Rainbow Racer quest and everything, but this season was like really mid. I actually considered not playing Fortnite anymore after this season. I didn't enjoy it. I was kind of bored of the game, so that's why I was uploading like Party Royale videos a lot at the time, cause like Party Royale and like all the rare stuff was like the only thing in Fortnite I was still enjoying in this season. The Battle Royale I thought was just uh, I didn't enjoy it at all this season, really. But the next season after it's gonna be one of my favorite ones, Chapter 3 Season 1. I'm putting it at the top of S tier. Spider-Man being in the Battle Pass was like the coolest thing ever, and they did the Spider-Man, uh, webs, and like, it's still probably my favorite mythic they've ever made. They did like such a good job with those, and the map they've released this season was like god tier. Plus, it had a really good battle pass, and this was kind of the start of when Fortnite started to bring back like all the rare emotes. I can name like 100,000 of the rare emotes they brought back in this season alone. Probably all the big ones they brought back in this season, like Jitterbug and Disc Spinner and that stuff was that season. Chapter 3 Season 2, I'm gonna put this one in B tier, um, above Season 9. I guess I'll put this one above Season 9 too. Actually, no, I won't. Uh, I'm gonna put this one above Season 9. The only good thing they did was releasing Zero Build this season, but everything else about it, was just kind of okay. But I would still say them releasing Zero Build is enough to get it a B tier. If it wasn't for that, if it was just this regular season without the Zero Build being added, I'd say, um, like C tier, like around here. But that's good enough to where I would say it's a B tier. Chapter 3, Season 3. Started off, it's like S tier. Midway through, it was F tier. And then the Dragon Ball Z mythics got added to where it can be like S tier again. And then it was just kind of mid within the end part of it or whatever. So, it's like, it was really good, some of the parts, really bad, some of the other parts. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Chapter 3 Season 4 is honestly really underrated, it's A tier. I feel like everyone, uh, doesn't really like it, but I think this season was actually really good. Not S tier, but really good. It's like super underrated. The Chrome was actually pretty cool in my opinion. So I feel like a lot of other people say this is like C tier or D tier, something low like that. I actually enjoyed this season, so I'm gonna rank it pretty high up. Chapter 4, Season 1, I didn't really enjoy that much, but I didn't hate it. I'm gonna put it in B tier. So, this season added a new map, which at the time, it was kind of mid at first. Actually, not kind of mid, it was mid in the beginning of Chapter 4, and then in later on Chapter 4 seasons, the map became actually pretty decent. So I'm gonna put Chapter 4 Season 1 in B tier. Chapter 4 Season 2, I'm gonna put high A tier. I'm even considering S tier, but I think I'll keep it in A. This season was actually really fun. It had the Mega City, which was super cool. It added the grind rails or whatever. And the loot pool was not that bad this season. It wasn't like something that was, it wasn't complete garbage, and it didn't have like something that's way too overpowered in the loot pool. Unless I'm just forgetting something. But they also had the Miles Morales in this season. They had the Spider-Man Mythics added back, which was also really good. And I'd honestly just say this is like a really good season. Not S tier, but A tier. Chapter 4, Season 3. This is one people did not like, but I don't know. I know people didn't like it, but I don't know if they would put it in F tier like I will. I might even put it below Season 6, honestly. I just did not like the jungle biome. There was the annoying explosive rifle thing. Um, the battle pass was garbage. There's just so many things I can say that's not good about this season. And I can't really think of much, like, good things to happen this season, unless I'm forgetting one big thing. But, I can name a whole bunch of bad things about this season. And I'm just gonna put it in F tier. Chapter 4, Season 4, I'm gonna put A tier. And this was similar to Season 2 of Chapter 2, but it's like kind of a not as good version of it, but it's still pretty good, so it's gonna be A tier. The OG season, or Chapter 4, Season 5, is gonna be S tier, but like second place in S tier, because this was honestly just a great season in general. Them bringing the old map back, and also everyone playing Fortnite, like even my friends who like quit Fortnite came back for this season, so I was able to just play Fortnite with them, like when they got on, like basically the rest of the day. And this was probably the season I've played the most out of like the more recent seasons, so I'm putting it in S tier. And Chapter 5, Season 1, this season would be S tier, but the new movement is gonna bring it down to a low A tier. Just bring the old movement back, or bring the regular walking speed back. Either one will work, and I'll put it S tier, but for now, it's gonna be low A tier because the new movement is just so bad that it's by default cannot be an S tier. Because of the new movement, I even would put it in between A and B, but I'll keep it in A because it's not like bad. The new movement is not bad to where it'll be like kind of on a decent season level because it's good, but I just hate the new movement. And that's gonna be it for this tier list. So thank you everyone for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want me to make more tier list videos, you can just type it in a comment, say you want another tier list video, and thanks for watching everyone.